The murder trial of a 30-year-old accused of allegedly fatally stabbing his 28-year-old pregnant girlfriend is being heard at the Northern Cape in High Court. The man indicated that he wanted to enter into a plea bargain with the state. Our reporter Reginald Witbooi has been following this story and the proceedings for us, and we cross now live to him. A very good afternoon to you, Reginald. Let's talk about the accused wanting to now enter into a plea bargain with the state. Do we know at this point what is the nature of that? But also just take us through, what's been happening in court then today.
Well, Flo, just a short while ago, the 30-year-old man pleaded guilty here in the Northern Cape High Court, saying that it was he took it upon himself to make that admission. So the family of the deceased, of the 28-year-old girlfriend of his, they signed also the relevant documents saying that they understand the plea agreement that was undertaken by the state and also the defense counsel of the accused. So he pleaded guilty, and we're now looking at a possible sentence of 20 years. So the judge just indicated that she just wants to apply her mind, and then court will proceed then again. So he then took the decision yesterday before the trial commenced here in the Northern Cape High Court, indicating to the court that he would like to enter into a plea bargain with the state. Now, we know that this case was supposed to go on up until Friday, but that is not necessary anymore. He also made it clear in court that on that fateful day that he stabbed the 28-year-old was that they were at home and she received a message on her phone. He then asked her who that message came from. It was then when he took a knife and then stabbed her, ran away, went to hide, and the next day he then went to the police station accompanied by his brother, where he then said, he wants to be basically arrested for the alleged crime that he committed. But it is now clear he pleaded guilty, and the court is now looking at a possible sentence of 20 years. And also the 30-year-old, he also cried earlier on, showing somehow of a type of remorse. But earlier on, this morning when I spoke to the victims, a family member of the victim, she made it clear that for them it's not somehow much of a relief, because for her it feels that the justice system is failing them, because when will these cases of gender-based violence, when will it end, and when will officials relook at the justice system itself? But we are going back to court within 20 minutes and hear what the judge will be saying after she applied her mind to the relevant documents that the state and the defense signed.
Yeah, Reginald, I think it is quite important that we talk about the issue of not naming the accused, just for the sake of our viewers, not naming the accused and not naming, of course, the deceased. Let's take the viewers, into our confidence as to, what had happened in that particular case.
Well, Flo, you need to understand that in this particular case, a minor was involved. So that's why a decision was then taken not to name the accused and also the name of the deceased. So we don't want to put many trauma on the minor that also witnessed this incident. But what we got from the family, the child went for the necessary counseling, but not himself alone, also the other family members of the deceased.
All right, Reginald, let's leave it there. And do you understand you'll be back in court for us? We'll certainly catch up with you later on. Reginald Witbooi for us. They're covering that story that's underway, of course, in the Northern Cape High Court, where he's stationed. Of course, the man in that particular case agreeing or rather entering into a plea bargain with the state. Right, I'm going to take a short break. More news coming up after this.